Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Boyertown High School. It's a Tuesday night. We've got a boys basketball game here versus the visiting Norristown Eagles. I'm joined in the booth, not with headsets on, but with a couple of folks who are going to be doing some wrestling broadcasting here later. I don't know, maybe throw on the headset at some point and talk about three-point basketball shots instead of three-point takedowns. Is that a thing? Yeah, see, all right, okay. That's, as we're learning the ropes up here, we'll have some boys basketball action for you as well, visiting Norristown here. And if it's a traditional Norristown team, ladies and gentlemen, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a bunch of athletes out there flying to the rim, slashing to the basket here. Probably a lot of pressure here, full court pressure on the wings. Norristown does a good job always of mixing up all of their looks and their pressures. And I tell you what, if the referees allow Norristown to play a little bit, watch out for this Boyertown team that did struggle last time. We saw them here against Penn Ridge against some pressure. Could be a big moment here for the Bears early on if they can match Norristown's intensity and try to keep this thing close in the first quarter and see what happens as the game goes on, just like their JV team did. Big win for the JV team. 3-point win against the Norristown JV squad here. Good way to start the night. The goal is that we end the night with a win, obviously. Because Boyertown right now winless so far in the season, keeping things close in the first half, their first few games, just can't quite pull it out in the second half. You're looking at their top players, Trey Kern, doing some scoring for the Bears. Kiar Coleman getting into the starting lineup tonight. You thought that might happen, like we said, injured last year, but has come on strong here early on and has earned a chance to get on the starting five here for the Bears in this game. For Norristown, going with some upperclassmen, but also a couple of younger guys too, a freshman in there to get his minutes here, so we'll see how he does here. We'll have starting lineups coming up for you very soon, as we have about a minute and 30 here until warm-ups here are over. Here at Boyertown High School Gymnasium, we have Norristown visiting our Boyertown Bears. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us here as we get ready for starters and the national anthem. Stay with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin here. Sound system issues at Boyertown tonight. We have a huge speaker right outside of our window. So hopefully you have some Snoop Dogg coming through your TV screen as well as in my ear right now. But we've got Norristown going with Wade Scott, Eric Rudd, Matthew Leary, Tyson Tuggle, and Ishmael Eddy. The Bears counter with Kiara Coleman, Joey Schreiner, Trey Kern, Joey Priet, and Cooper Rath. Priet last game, lots of three-pointers. Couple fell at the end for him. We're going to see if he gets going here early on, but it's going to be a steady dose of, I would bet, Trey Kern, Joey Priet, and look out for Kiara Coleman here, who, like I said, a couple years ago was an up-and-comer here in this program. Got injured last year. We're happy to have him back, and he gets the tip, and Schreiner brings it up for the Bears. Looking for Kern down low, but guarded. Coleman has it on the wing. Priet gets it down low, and foul. This one's going to be on Wade Scott, so Norristown's first. Once again, folks, the new rules, well, new-ish on fouls. 5 fouls in a quarter leads you to the foul line, so if Boyertown can get Norristown in foul trouble in the first quarter here, unfortunately, it won't stick around for the second. However, any sort of foul trouble and any extra shots at points would be good for the Bears, as Coleman a little long on that shot off the inbounds. Kern has it, and he's going to go. Big layup there by Trey Kern, contested. That's his first 2 of the night, and the Bears have a lead. Bears going away from their traditional 2-3 look, and looks like they put in a 3-2 here. And that's kind of the fun part of this part of the season, where you have a chance to put some things in. Now you have, games after 3 weeks, and you barely have anything in as the season goes on. You get to this Christmas break and the holiday, you start putting new wrinkles in there, and it looks like the Bears have done that. Ball goes off of Boyertown. Norristown keeps it. Cooper Rath with the steal. He'll go in and finishes. Rolled in there for 2, and Boyertown up 4-0. Rudd and Tuggle up top, but now Eddy on the wing there gives it back up to Tuggle, and he'll drain a long three-pointer for Norristown's first points. Came out of nowhere, that shot. Norristown right back in it here. Schreiner kicks out to Coleman. 3, no good. Great box out there by Ishmael Eddy. And we're calling a foul on that. Well, excuse me. I mean, don't get me wrong, folks. We'll take the foul right there. But I think Coach Potsabinski is saying the same thing as me. Guy had him blocked out real well right there. But like I said, the Bears will happily take that foul as they inbound to Kern. Coleman kind of loses the handle a little bit. Norristown bench wanted a travel of some sorts. Kern gets it inside. Kern goes up again, and that looks like it could be a big matchup tonight. Kern on the block for Boyertown. He's got an early 4. Scott kicks it out to the freshman Rudd, a three-pointer, no good, and just a shove in the back by Wade Scott, and that's going to go the other way. Norristown, we said if the referees let Norristown play, could be a long night for Boyertown. So far, they've been calling it a little tight, at least on Norristown anyway. 3 fouls so far for the Eagles, none for Boyertown. Have some issues over there at the table here. Looks like they are resolved. And we're back in the game here. 6-3 Boyertown early on. Priet has it. Bounce pass up to Kern, who takes it all the way. The hoop and the harm. Trey Kern has 6 early points. Norristown tried to throw some of that full court pressure we spoke of earlier before the game. And the Bears went right down the sideline and were able to get a relatively easy three-point play opportunity here from Trey Kern. Shot goes in. Kern's got 7 early points here. Scoreboard says 8-3, might be 9-3. We'll have to check on that. Rudd gives it up to Tuggle on the wing. Again, Bears in that 3-2. A little different look than Norristown has seen from them. Maybe that's given them trouble because they don't have anything on film and they were expecting a 2-3, but it doesn't matter for Tuggle as he hits his second three-pointer of the game. He's got all 6 for Norristown, 9-6 Bears. Good backdoor cut by Coleman, keeping the offense moving. Rath tries to head in there. They're going to call a little hand check on Ishmael Eddy, and the referees here, have obviously made a statement here saying, listen, we are not going to let this game get out of hand. And honestly, folks, you're not supposed to have any hands on anybody, right? There's a hand check rule. But man, if you call every one of those, the game's going to come to a grinding halt, and fans know that, players know that. Well, sometimes players know that, and coaches know that, but certainly referees know that. However, the little fouls here on Norristown, they are calling, and the Bears right now are making them pay as Cooper Rath hits another foul shot here, and the Bears are up 10-6 early. Wish I was keeping track of this, but I wonder how many points here are off of Norristown fouls. Got to be at least 5 or 6. Rath drains another. Early 5-point lead for the Bears. We're only 2.5 minutes into this game, and the Bears are in the bonus. Norristown trying to get a little high post, low post action with the gray area. Priet and Coleman down low doing a good job of taking that away. The goal here, I think, for Boyertown is, can you get Norristown to stand? And right now they are. Tuggle's trying to go side to side here, but if you get Norristown to stand, that is just a good thing for you. Or else they do things like that. What a move by Ishmael Eddy. Driving in there, a little dipsy-do right there, and gets the layup. But if you allow Norristown to get into open space like that, it's going to be a long night. So far, the Bears haven't had too much problem with that, as Priet just blows by his man, Coleman. Didn't like what he had, so he's going to give it up to Kern, who's going to fire a three. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it goes off of Rudd, and the Bears are going to keep it. Josh Johnson for Norristown checking in. Bears still have their starting 5 out there. Rath, Coleman, Kern, Priet, and Schreiner. Cooper Rath is going to dial up this three, top of the key. No good. Kern reaches up. And, man, Coach Potsabinski over there is already out of words for Norristown. And he's you better believe he's saying some things right now to the referee. We'll see how many he can talk to as the night goes on. I think he's 2 out of 3 so far, and I'm not totally faulting him here. It's 5-0 in fouls right now. Actually, I think 6 or 7, because they're only going to put 5 on the board here because they're in the bonus. But I don't disagree with a couple of them. The referees are making a statement saying, listen, we're going to call this game tight. We're going to make sure it doesn't get out of hand early, and they are doing that as Kern is able to knock down 1 of 2. He's got 8 here in the first quarter, and the Bears are back in their 3-2. Norristown, a little more movement here, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a good shot there. However, airballed here from Johnson. Thought it might have been tipped. No tip, and he doesn't seem to be arguing about it. Norristown there sent their point guard through, sent that cutter through, which I thought would give them a good chance, but just couldn't knock down the shot. Kern did take an extra step there, and finally something goes Norristown's way. We're about halfway down the first quarter, 12-8. Boyertown leads as they've been withstanding any sort of charge from Norristown. Norristown kind of shooting themselves in the foot with some early fouls, whether they were phantom fouls or earned. Boyertown looks like they went back to a little 2-3 right there. Foul's going to be up top, and Norristown will keep it. Blaze Fry and Keyshawn Copeland will check in for Boyertown. Now this is where, well, somebody else has to go off. Joey Schreiner comes off. Now this is where Coach Miller was working this past week, trying to get these guards some more looks in practice, because against Penn Ridge, it got a little hairy when his starting guards went out to the bench and the new guards came in. Blaze Fry cannot get that one to roll in. So we'll see how the new 5 does here for Boyertown. Right now, so far, so good, as they're able to get a turnover from Norristown, and Rath brings it up, gets it to Fry on the wing. Priet, little step back jumper there, no good. Rudd will fire another three. Shot looks good coming off the hand. That's his first make. And Norristown, who's had the calls go against them, they've been kind of out of sync here, still only down by one. Fry goes in, kind of blocked there by number 21, Madden Brady. And here comes Norristown. Shot goes up by Josh Johnson, fouled on the play. He'll shoot two. And things really seem like they've been going all Boyertown's way here, and yet with 2:49 left in the quarter, Norristown's got a chance to take the lead. Johnson's first free throw is missed. He'll get one more. Johnson's second free throw is good, and it's all knotted up at 12. As Copeland brings up for the Bears, Norristown sticking with their man-to-man defense, their tough man-to-man defense, but that also means that if you can get by the first guy, you might be open for a jumper in the corner, and Rath nails it. Rudd, a long three to answer, no good. Copeland with the rebound. And he'll wisely control the ball across the half-court line. Fry on the wing. To Priet, who will put up the long jumper, no good. Rudd with the rebound. Norristown three by Tuggle off the mark, and Copeland walks it up. Coach Miller calling out a play for his Bears. Seeing if they can't kind of get through a little drought here. Copeland didn't like Kern with the ball. Pass goes to Priet, but Coach Miller is going to take a timeout. And you look over there. This is so we said earlier how, hey, you have a little bit more time between games here at this point in the year. You can put new wrinkles in. It looks like Boyertown has done that with the 3-2, which kind of gave Norristown a little bit. Maybe didn't give them fits, but it kind of at least slowed them down a little bit. You just saw Coach Miller's frustration there. You've been running certain plays since day one of tryouts, maybe even since last year, and Coach Miller a little frustrated there because a very common play from the Boyertown Bears did not get run correctly right there. So Coach Miller's going to talk about it right here. They've got 4 timeouts left, 1:50 left here in the first quarter. Boyertown with a 15-12 lead. Norristown seems like they're going to be pressuring full court on makes, on dead balls. Haven't really thrown the whole kitchen sink yet at the Bears. And if you can keep the game close like this without doing that, it kind of makes sense. Stay fresh a little bit, but just wait. Wait until Norristown decides that they want to go all out here and start just pressuring the length of the court, because we've seen it happen, and we've seen Boyertown handle it and win the game, and we've seen Boyertown be affected by it. So you just have to know it's coming here if you're the Bears, and you just have to fight through it and keep playing strong. Fry here on the wing starts the reversal, and Copeland tries to get to the middle. He will. Gives it up to Kern. Can't get it to go. Nifty little pass from Copeland inside. Not much space between the two of them there, but found a way to get it to Kern, and Kern going back to the line. He's already got 8, looking for double digits. We're not even done the first quarter yet. First shot for Kern is good. Coach Potsabinski for Norristown. A couple of instructions there for number 2, Chase Williams, as he sends him back to the line. Right next to Kern, who drains the second one. 4 or 5 from the foul line, 10 points for Trey Kern so far as Boyertown goes back to that 3-2. Seems to be clogging the middle a little bit more, which is just what you want to do against a Norristown team like this. However, good entry pass in there to Madden Brady, and he'll go to the line for 2. Little slow on the rotation there was Boyertown. But you can kind of see Trey Kern up top. It's kind of a little hybrid 3-2. Yeah, you got to love when coaches just play around with traditional zones like this. Looks like Trey Kern is dropping all the way down to the block. If the ball goes out to the wing, as first shot from Brady, no good. But Kern looks like his job is to stop initial penetration to the middle from the top. And if that ball goes to the wing, he's stopping penetration from the wing, too, just dropping all the way down there. And they're not worried about that top-of-the-key three-pointer anymore, which makes sense. So far, it's not allowed Norristown to get into their usual rhythm, I'm sure, which is, like we said before the game, slash into the basket and using their athleticism. Priya gives it up to Kern, who once again is in there, coming off that little screen, curling around it to the block. That's 12 for Kern, and if they can't stop it, why stop running it? That play has been run at least 3 or 4 times, and Kern's been open every single time. No good down low, as all Priya had to do was just contest Brady's shot, and now Priya has it, bringing it up against some intense pressure from Brady. Keyshawn Copeland, too much hand there from Chase Williams. Is Copeland now going to go to the line? Boyertown's answered the call here. They really have. Playing strong, strong with the ball. The couple calls that haven't gone their way, they haven't been flustered. And for the most part, they are knocking down their foul shots, which in a game like this, you would think that any sort of free points Boyertown can get, they need to take advantage of. Team like Norristown, who can play and play quick, no lead is ever safe, as Copeland misses the second one. But a 7-point lead right now. At this juncture of the game, first quarter, Coach Miller and the staff will take it. Ball goes down low. Kern, good tip. Fry gets it. He's going to the basket, and they're going to call a foul. From behind, hand from behind, and Fry's now going to go to the wing. Really not sure if they needed to do that. It was just a 1-on-3 right there. Probably just needed to put the hands up and just contest the shot as Fry knocks down the first one. Norristown certainly does need to change their style a little bit, and again, we said before the game, it's you know that this is their style. They are physical, they are aggressive, they are going to play with their feet, but also very active with the hands. And the referees tonight have said, no, we are playing this by the book. And Norristown has not adjusted yet. 9-point lead for the Bears. Little trap here from Boyertown. Ooh, and probably a good thing that a foul was called on Boyertown. You had one to give, so Norristown not shooting yet. But that ball got to the middle, and it was about a 3-on-1 to the basket if they did not call that foul. So we're at 9.3 left here. 22-13 Bears lead. Oh, and Matthew Leary from Norristown, and I think he was hit a little bit, but you can't really ignore that if you're a referee, if you grab your face, and Matthew Leary did. So he's going to reap the benefits of this. He's going to go to the line. Once again, this is, for me, I guess I qualify as old. I turned 40 this year. But the no 1-and-1s is just mind-boggling to me that the PIAA has chosen to do away with 1-and-1 foul shots. Maybe it cycles back one day. Maybe the 3-point line is replaced by a 5-point line, honestly, in the next couple of years. Who knows? The game's changing so much. Leary's going to take his second one here. No good. Kern with the rebound. And nifty moves from Kern as he gives it up to Fry. That would be huge. Oh, I mean, total bonus points right there if they were able to get that to fall. But no good. But the Bears will go into the second quarter with a 22-14 lead. We'll be right back with the second quarter action in just a minute. So, folks, that quarter belonged to Trey Kern. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points for Trey Kern, and for Cooper Rath. Add 7 to the tally for him. That's 19 of Boyertown's 22 points from those two players. Kern, a chunk of his points just from the block. Just easy curl screens. Norristown just kind of unable to defend it, or just kind of choosing not to defend it. But Kern, a strong enough player. This kid's strong over there. He's not just 6'5". He's 6'5", 6 with some bulk in there and some good moves. He's been able to ward off any sort of player trying to block his shot down there the 4 or 5 times he's had that look, and he's been finishing. Rath almost with the steal, but it'll go right back to Norristown from the side. Odd spot to inbound the ball from. Always hate that. Just give it to him where right by the bench right there, up by the table. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Boyertown sticking with that 3-2 until Norristown figures it out. Another break for Boyertown here as Eddie can't handle the pass down low in the corner, and Boyertown's going to get it, but watch Norristown here, as you know they were talking about something in the break there about how can they get back in this game and get it more their speed, and this is one way that they can do that as Fry gets it and will dribble up against Nasir Barr. Rath, top of the key. Backdoor cut from Kern, no good. Good help by Norristown there to take that away. Braden Luft, entry to Kern. Back to Luft. Preet gets it in the corner. Three-pointer. Not exactly how you thought the Bears would have drawn that up, but they will take it as Luft alertly looks to the corner there to Preet, who'd flooded the corner down there. He gets the 3, and the Bears open their largest lead at 11. Goes out to Johnson, no good. Going to be a foul on Preet, looks like, on the rebound. Look for the it's kind of nice that the fouls reset maybe after each quarter here, because maybe Coach Podsabinski and the Norristown faithful will forget that the fouls were overwhelmingly in favor of Boyertown last quarter. But, yeah, look for the referees to start to kind of even things out here a little bit, and yeah, it probably was a foul right there. I'm not going to say that was an evening out call, but another foul on Boyertown here. Going with their 2-3 look underneath, trying to take away any sort of middle cut, which Coleman does. Oh, that's why you play that defense underneath. With big arms, big hands, you can take those passes away. Coleman almost did. Good job by Boyertown forcing Norristown to play the game, or play the ball rather, out long. Rebound by Schreiner. He's double teamed though. Does a nice job getting out of it. Pass goes to Rath. He is able to corral it. Good idea to get that with 2 hands and slow his dribble down. Schreiner for 3. The Bears taking advantage of these open shots in a way that they did not the other night against Penn Ridge. Norristown once again struggling to get anything going against this 3-2 for Boyertown, which is just plugging the middle up. A little bit too many hands on the wing there from Schreiner. It's going to be a foul. Now it's 3-0 to fouls in this quarter. Noah Benedetto checking in for the Bears. 28-14, 14-point lead, largest of the game so far for Boyertown, who's been able to successfully slow Norristown down. However, the athleticism of Norristown gets them there as the offensive rebound goes to Eddie, but the three-pointer by Tuggle no good. However, ball going to stay right here. You know, situations like this, when a team just gets opportunity after opportunity, offensive rebound, a defensive rebound and a stop is big. It's a big momentum, not shift in this case, but it's a big thing to keep the momentum, and Boyertown's trying to do that. 2-3 right now as they stay in it. Let's see if Norristown attacks the middle in a way that they can't against that 3-2. And they do right there. The shot goes up, but no good as Kern corrals it. And Benedetto and Luft work to bring the ball up. Backdoor cut by Kern. Great cut by Kern. You had a cut. You're seeing movement tonight that we didn't see against Penn Ridge. And if for our faithful viewers out there, the 9 of you currently watching who were watching the other night, you remember there was a moment. There, I just thought Coach Miller got teed up. Like, why are we getting teed up? Maybe Noah Benedetto's got something going on with his uniform right there. But there was some times in the Penn Ridge game where the Bears just stood. They kind of stood and watched. And you saw right there in that possession, there was not 1, not 2, but 3 backdoor cuts as Kern nails that first foul shot there. 3 backdoor cuts that kept the Norristown defense moving. It made them stay active, and it eventually opened up Kern for that nifty pass in from Priet to get this look, which is 2 points for the Bears. So little things that apparently Coach Miller and his staff have worked on the last couple of practices to kind of shore up some things that they did not do last week. Boyertown back in there 3-2 again, successfully taking away that middle is Kern, your biggest body right there in the middle. 3-pointer goes up for Eddie, no good, but the offensive rebound for Brady, and he'll knock down 2. Rath gives it up to Preet, who, yep. And we're going to want that. You're going to watch that on film and say, hey, we didn't have anything. You're feeling pretty good, though, now if you're Boyertown. You're almost, I think everybody on the floor is having a heat check moment right here. Like, how far can we get this lead? However, they've been methodical so far, the Bears. They haven't kind of rushed too much. You don't want to get into that habit of rushing anything against Norristown because this flow of the game can change in a heartbeat. As Brady gets fouled, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. Madden Brady 1 for 2 from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Norristown creeping closer to make this a one, not a one possession game, but a single digit lead rather for Boyertown. No good on the second. Rath tips it. He's able to get it, but now somebody's got to be open, and it's Coleman. Wise decision. No numbers, and he'll give it up to Luft in the corner. Kern on the wing, and they're going to call it. So Kern has done his damage usually from the block tonight, was able to draw the body foul out on the wing, and you know, Norristown's just had no answer for Trey Kern tonight. Down low on the wing, and if you are Boyertown, you need to keep feeding him that rock, right? You got to make sure that he is the guy who you are looking to get the ball, like right here. But if you're smart, like Chase Williams, you're going to key on that. Blaze Fry heads in. Ball might have been tipped and somehow got it to go in. Big layup by Blaze Fry. Big bucket from Boyertown. Norristown seemed primed to do something there, make a little run, but Fry puts the Bears back on the board. Great save from Norristown. Williams goes up, and he's going to get the call. He'll go to the line. Great hustle from Norristown to save that ball right there. 32-17, folks. 3:42 left in the first half. Williams' first shot from the line ticks off the side. He'll score the second, and now Norristown in a little 1-2-2 full court press, and Rath just dribbles right out of it, gives it up to Coleman. Big block, and they're going to call the foul on Madden Brady. I mean, that is I say this all the time, that as a referee, you sometimes just reward players and teams for doing the correct thing and doing things right. And Norristown had all the pressure opportunities that they could have asked for up in the front court, and they just let Cooper Rath dribble the ball 3/4 of the court down, make a nice pass to K.R. Coleman. So whether it was a foul or not, Norristown really did not trap well right there or be in the right position. So you know what? Give the edge to the team that broke the press the correct way. Shot goes up, no good. Coleman, good block out. And now Luft has it and will bring it up for Boyertown. Ball goes to the corner for Coleman. And Cooper Rath passes up the chance to get it into Kern, because why not? That's his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 10. And the Bears are up by 19 here in the second quarter. Big shot. You don't realize how big that shot is from Tyson Tuggle. 19 points, and Norristown just kind of floated up a shot. Kern here, you probably don't want to get into a game like this with Norristown. If I'm Coach Miller, I'm yelling to get back into the offense, and they do. Kearns thought he saw a Luft. Great defense by Norristown to get that away. And now Tuggle heads up and going to be a travel. Good job by Boyertown to stop the dribble right there and force Tuggle into some extra steps. But Cooper Rath down there in the wing, in the corner, just staring his guy right down, putting it up in his eye. And now he's got to help. Oh, stolen by Williams, and probably a good foul right there by Luft. He'll shoot 2 here, but it could have been worse, and by worse I mean a uncontested layup or a three-pointer. You're going to make Williams, who's 1 for 2 from the line, earn it now. Bears kind of caught sleeping there as 4 guys kind of stuck in the paint at the other end, probably getting set for their play, and Luft just couldn't get open. Williams' first shot is good. It's both Coach Miller and Coach Potsabinski here barking out orders. Potsabinski for Norristown probably setting up some sort of a pressure defense here. Not going to be able to get in it, though, as Trey Kern comes down with the rebound. Pushes it up to Rath. As this Norristown pressure becomes more intense, Boyertown's got to keep coming to the ball and being strong like that, as Trey Kern again just finds a way to finish down low amongst the blue trees down there, and Kern had himself a game. Boyertown back in there 3-2, up 17. Tuggle, step back, long three-pointer. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Fry gets it in the middle. And Blaze Fry, ooh, how did that one pop out? Even he's wondering how, but Norristown could be a big bucket right here to get them back in the game. We're closing in on a minute left here in the half. Tuggle, but no, 3 seconds on Norristown. Looks like it was on Wade Scott, and he's trying to ask how many seconds was I down there. He didn't even think it was 3 as Copeland checks in for the Bears to give Luft a breather here. 1:06 left. Leo Martinez, first time he's in the game for Boyertown, takes out K.R. Coleman. And I guess they're going to say maybe he wasn't at the table in time, but Benedetto wasn't. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get it sorted out then. Copeland, and this is what. So obviously, Norristown got burned a couple times on that, where Cooper Rath just dribbled right on down the floor. Copeland tried the same thing, was forced out by Norristown. Good call by the official there. And now all of a sudden, this 14-point lead, little anxious here, are we maybe? Oh, on the line. Now we're calling a foul. So Norristown not going away. As Rudd is going to go to the line for his first time today. He scored a three-pointer last quarter, but has been quiet since then. First one up and no good. Another one no good. Fry with the rebound. Can Boyertown control this? And Coach Miller understands. I think at this juncture, I realize you have a 14-point lead, but why does it feel like you're always teetering on the edge when you're playing Norristown here? This is a team that just has been known to make runs, and I'm talking about quick runs here, and they can score in a flash with steals, with pressure. And so far, the Bears have done a good job at throwing some things at Norristown that have slowed them down, and I do not disagree with Coach Miller here at this point that these 50 seconds are important. You cannot go into this half giving Norristown any sort of momentum or any sort of idea that they're still in this ball game and going to be able to come out in the third quarter and get back in it. This needs to be – I doubt you're going to keep the ball for 50 seconds against Norristown. They're not going to allow you just to run the clock out easily here. So Coach Miller, I would bet, is going to run up, or draw up rather, a set play and say, listen, we are looking for a layup. If we do not get it, we are going to get it back out. We are going to run a different play, and that would be my thought right now. How many plays do you have in your pocket right now? Run them. If it's a layup, take it. If not, get it back up top, call a new one, and run it through. Don't give Norristown a chance to trap you in any sort of corner on that court. Like they tried right now, and Kern just throws it, but on Rath and him not on the same page. I believe that was Johnson who takes the two there. This time they get it. And now Rath with 35 up top, but Norristown's going to play him. Copeland comes back to the ball just in time. Got to keep going back to the ball. Norristown's not going to get out of these passing lanes. Fry goes back door. Rath to Kern. And Copeland here should be able to get the last shot for Boyertown. As he goes in, he puts it up. No good. Did I say last shot? I lied, because here's Tuggle, and this would be huge. Wow. Well, this is exactly what you did not want to see from Norristown. 17-point lead for Boyertown. Dwindled down here to 10 right before the half. Great play by the Norristown defense to grab that rebound, and Tuggle gets it going the other way. But still, a 10-point lead for your Bears going into the half. Tell us that before the game, and we're obviously going to take it. We'll come back in just a few minutes, talk about some highlights from the first half, and get you ready for the second. You got about 9 minutes here until the second half starts. We're at Boyertown Gymnasium here in Norristown versus Boyertown on Boyertown's Athletics YouTube channel. We'll be back in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Boyertown Gymnasium here. We're on the Boyertown Athletics YouTube channel. We've got Norristown visiting Boyertown here. Second half action coming up soon, and the first half, categorize this as a surprise, maybe, or categorize this under the Bears just, kind of being young, like we said last game, and needing some time to figure things out and to gel, and Coach Miller figuring out rotations. But right now, you were looking at a 39-29 game in favor of your Bears, who have, for the most part, fended off Norristown's best defensive efforts with their pressure, and for the most part, done a good job at taking what Norristown's been giving them on the offensive end, which is big-time looks for Trey Kern down low at the block. Norristown has no answer for Trey Kern right now at the block. He has 16 points, and at least 12 of them are coming right off of little screens, block to block, or high-low action on the elbow going down to the block. But Kern is just having his way with anybody from Norristown down on the block there, just out-physicaling them right now. He has 16 for Boyertown. Cooper Rath, a couple of big threes in that half. He's got 10. Joey Priet with a three-pointer in the second quarter has got 3. Schreiner, same thing, with 3. Kiar Coleman, 2 foul shots for 2. Blaze Fry has 4, and Keyshawn Copeland rounds out the scoring with 1 here in our unofficial numbers. I'm sure I messed something up. Don't check my math. For Norristown, so far, Tyson Tuggle, 4 three-pointers for him. He's got 14 total, and his three-pointers are not, within the offensive motion. I mean, he's creating shots himself, and he's taking shots at big moments. Knocked down a real big 3 after Boyertown had gone up 19, I think. Knocked down the 3, got it down to 16. Norristown took that, rode that momentum, and I believe went on a little 9-0 run. Was it to end the half? We'll have to check on that. But Tuggle, big-time shots made for him. Like I said, he has 14. Madden Brady with 4. Ishmael Eddy with 2. 3 for Josh Johnson. 1 for Matthew Leary. Eric Rudd, the freshman, with 3. And Chase Williams, 2 foul shots. He's got 2. So right now, Boyertown, what they did well in that first half, they had put a 3-2 zone in, which they had not shown as far as I know up until now. And that has really been successfully keeping Norristown out of the middle when they've gone to it. Now, Norristown, if you're Coach Potsabinski at halftime, you are trying to talk about ways that you can get more motion offensively, because Boyertown's done a good job at getting them to stand and just try to be more athletic. But Boyertown kind of running through their plays and running through sets better than Norristown right now, like this right here, and that is why they've got now a 12-point lead, as Boyertown just keeps executing their offensive sets, and Norristown's got no answer. With the way the first half ended, that is a big basket right there from Boyertown. And they're calling a travel on Tyson Tuggle. He has no idea why. I don't know if I see it. Saw a little body there. The fouls probably evened down a little bit there in the second quarter. Boyertown had a couple more than Norristown. But the fouls have kind of decreased. The referees have gotten control of the game as Kiar Coleman sees nobody there. He goes in, and great job by Tuggle. Hands on Coleman. And the ball unluckily falls right in his lap as he's standing out of bounds. Norristown gets it back. Goes into Scott, kicks it out to Rudd. Williams tries to thread the needle to Scott. Kern contests the shot and gets the rebound. And here come the Bears. Cooper Rath thought about it. And then just made a little float pass out. And you cannot do that, right? And most of the Boyertown passes and most of their drives were hard, and they were crisp and quick. Give Norristown an inch, and they are going to step in front of that passing lane, which they did right there. Still a 12-point lead for Boyertown. Tuggle, Rudd, and Williams 3 men up top here for the Eagles. Kicks it out to Johnson, drives in, gets it to fall. 2 points for Josh Johnson. Some token pressure here from Johnson up top. Rath passes to Kern. Priet, turnaround jumper. Somehow gets back in and gets the rebound. Copeland kicks it out to Rath, who passes one more to Coleman. This will be big. No good. Rebound goes to Norristown, and they're out. Chase Williams, big finish, left-handed. And now we're down to an 8-point lead, and here comes Norristown. Folks, we said this was going to happen. Boyertown's got to handle this pressure and make a couple of easy shots right there or go to the line right there. Good job by Kern to get that ball to Coleman, and he'll go to the line. And that's what Norristown can do to you. It's quick. It's the blink of an eye what they can do, right, with their quickness and their pressure. And it's not all game. Over the years, Norristown's kind of become better at just kind of picking and choosing their times to run that pressure. Catches you off guard a little bit sometimes. Sometimes we're not expecting it. And that pressure is able to get them a couple of points here and make up some difference. Coleman trying to put this thing back to a 10-point game. He does not, but Preet, rebound. This would be nice to get 2 points here, make this a 3-point possession for Boyertown if they can. Rath gets it gray area, gives it up to Priet. It wasn't kicked somehow. Kern, ugh. He's saying my fault. And I mean, really, he made that turn and probably expected somebody to be there, and that's why he put that juice on it right there. Goes off the mark. So Boyertown clings to a 9-point lead here. 5 minutes left about here in the third quarter. Driving in, wow. I wasn't even going to say anything there because I figured it'd be a foul or the ball would fly to bounds, and oh my God, somehow Ishmael Eddy goes from one side of his body to the other, scoops it up, gets it in, and the foul, and we're looking at a possible 6-point lead for Boyertown when it seemed like it was 18 about 10 minutes ago, and he does. He nails the foul shot. He's got 5 on the night, and Norristown back pressuring. They have turned this into the game that they want, which is quick, a little bit ugly. Coleman gives it up to Copeland. Down to Priet. Kern gives it up, but he'll take the 3, and that'd be big, but no good. Coleman can't corral it, and it's going Norristown's way. A game like this, timeouts are precious. I mean, when do you spend one? If you're Coach Miller, when do you spend one and say, hey, listen, here's what we're doing that we got to fix. Here's what we're going to try. Probably a good foul there by Coleman, but now you're getting defensive lapses. And Madden Brady's going to go to the line here and shoot 2. You're seeing now kind of the energy we saw against Penn Ridge when Penn Ridge went on their run and Boyertown just really had no answer for that. There was some standing, there was some looking around at each other like, hey, are you gonna take this? Are you gonna do this? Am I gonna? And it's totally different than that first half when it seemed like they knew what spot everybody was gonna be in. They were executing, they were making shots, and they've gone cold, and Norristown has taken advantage. Kern's able to spin out, bring it up, and he is going to take it in, and they're calling the charge, which is probably the right call there. Was waiting. He didn't give the charge signal until late. But Kern's their ball handler. He's their scorer. He's their player. And right now they're struggling. He was trying to do something and take the pressure off everybody else. I get it. Just a little out of control, and Norristown takes advantage. They have cut 6 points off of this lead the first half of the third quarter, and they're primed to do more here, but no good as Kern gets the rebound and Copeland pushes up. And Johnson all over him, no call. Copeland dials it up, though, as he falls. No good. Kern gets the rebound. Back to Copeland, and he'll call an offensive set for Boyertown. There's that timeout from Coach Miller. And you just kind of wondered when he was going to take it. Now you only got 2, I understand that, but you had an 18, 19-point lead in the first half, and it is down to 4. And, Norristown, what have they done that has been incredible? I mean, nothing besides apply very good pressure in the full court and very good pressure when the Bears get down in their half-court sets. And you knew that coming in, and you knew that Norristown was going to apply that storied pressure at some point. And Boyertown has handled it at times tonight, but they have not handled it in the last, say, 6 or 7 minutes of game time action. We're talking first half to second half here. And now clinging to a 4-point lead, Coach Miller and his staff trying to find their rotation that they need. Remember, Trey Kern has had his way down low. I would bet that this in some way is trying to get Trey Kern going to the basket, look for him to inbound the ball and immediately cut to the basket off of that inbounds pass. Sometimes you catch the defense sleeping. Norristown's played nothing but man-to-man defense, and why wouldn't you when you have quick athletes like this? As Rath goes down, Schreiner gets it. And there's Kern, goes down to the block. He's pushed out of there. Good call. Ishmael Eddy kind of went under him as he jumped up to get the ball. It's going to be a foul on Norristown. Only their second this quarter. But Coach Miller dialing up that play that's had Kern getting any look he wanted. As Priet gets it, immediately takes it out. Kern from 3. Hasn't shot many of them tonight. Priet can't save it. Norristown ball. I know that's in Trey Kern's repertoire, that three-pointer, but tonight's game, you might have to put that away and just make sure that you're shooting things in the lane, because Norristown wants no part of defending Kern in the lane. However, scoring in the lane, different story, as I believe that was Tuggle, and now the steal to tie the game. No, but Johnson, no, rebound by Priet. Has to be strong. Schreiner has it. We'll give it back to Fry, guarded up top by Williams. Schreiner up to Rath, off the side of the backboard there, in an odd spot down there for Rath, and here comes Williams. It's a tie game. And you can just hear the Norristown bench cheering on their team right here, as they have all the momentum. They have all the pressure right now, and they're taking the lead right here. No! Priet, huge block. Great job by Joey Priet to deny that shot. Now Kern has it. I would bet he's going to look to, good pass to Fry inside. Said I would think Kern would look to kind of stop the bleeding there. But good look inside to Fry as Boyertown switches to a 2-3. Needs to just show him something different. Tuggle from long, and he sinks it. Norristown's first lead of the game happens right now with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. I'll tell you, boy, when Norristown wants to defend a one-handed pass from the wing to the top, they will do it pretty easily. And these young Bears need to understand that every single pass they make right now needs to be two-hand and crisp, whether it's a bounce or a chest. You've got to come back to the ball. There is no waiting for passes anymore, because Norristown smells blood in the water right now. But can Boyertown do what they need to here to get back into this game just emotionally and mentally. They're in the game physically. They're down 1 point, possibly up one here if Kern can nail a couple of foul shots, but emotionally and mentally need to get back to where they were in the first and second quarter. So look for Coach Miller to try some different things defensively, mixing up that 3-2 with the 2-3. Does he have another zone in there somewhere? Good shot by Kern. Boyertown right here. Can they withstand the charge by the Eagles? Kern knocks down 2, Boyertown. Now we're getting into the lead change time of the game, when hopefully we keep it close and see some lead changes here, and Boyertown can kind of stick with it here. Shot goes up, no good. Fry rebound. Does a good job getting back to the middle of the floor, and Blaze Fry almost goes coast to coast. Priet gives Johnson a run for his money. Pass goes up to Fry, who hadn't gotten back on defense yet, and he makes it. Big bucket there by Blaze Fry, and he earned that with his trip down the floor last possession. Can Boyertown go into the fourth still with the lead? Tuggle has shot from everywhere on the floor. That goes nowhere. Schreiner now gives it up to Fry, and we'll see if Boyertown can hold here for one. Priet gets it, doesn't handle it, wisely takes the ball out, resets. Blaze Fry quietly has 8 tonight, and some big buckets for him. Bears calling out a play at this point. Ball in the hands of Kern. Kern flashes to the basket. That's exactly what they wanted. Can't get it to go. But watch Williams come up the court. And this could be, luckily Brady could not come down with it. Looked like they were trying an alley-oop. Did not connect with Brady. And the Bears have seen their 19-point lead dwindle away. Norristown has taken the lead, but the Bears fighting back, take the lead here going into the fourth, 48-45. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in, you are hopefully in for a treat here in the fourth quarter. An exciting matchup we're going to see here between these two teams in the fourth. I would not expect Norristown to do anything different in regards to bringing their pressure defensively. They've done nothing but play straight-up man-to-man defense tonight and have pretty much dared Boyertown to beat them, which Boyertown, when they have been running their sets and moving and keeping Norristown in motion, they've kept Norristown off balance. A lot more backdoor cuts from the Bears we're seeing tonight. A lot more movement, a lot more motion within their half-court offensive sets. Not allowing Norristown just to stand and kind of play free safety and go into those passing lanes. However, it was only a matter of time. We said in the first half that any point Boyertown scores, like this lead in the first half, could not be big enough because you knew the run was coming. Tuggle now has it, and you better guard him because he's shot the ball from Lancaster, Ohio tonight. Steal by Joey Schreiner. Goes back, and I've been there. I've done that a couple times. Braden Luft cutting to the basket, thought he saw him, jumped in the air. Good job by Norristown to get back on defense, and we're right back where we started to start the quarter. Tuggle up top. He might. Shot when the wing goes out of bounds, and I would bet they make Blaze Fry and the Bears inbound the ball from some weird area here. Not too bad. Now if the Bears flash a big man to the middle, they got it. Fly brings it up. He will be unguarded and says, why not? Blaze Fry, 11 points tonight, his first three-pointer. He has been a huge shot in the arm for the Bears off the bench. Tuggle, though, who has made big shot after big shot for Norristown, misses that one, and Luft has it for the Bears. And all of a sudden, back up to 6. Can the Bears extend it even more? Why not give it to Blaze Fry? Luft finds a cutting Schreiner, who gets it to fall. And now we're seeing that movement again from Boyertown. The cuts, the motion, the curls. 2-3 for Boyertown. Tuggle up top. Might have a couple of steps right there. Going to be called a foul on the floor. That's the first foul of the quarter. Tyson Tuggle, 5 3-pointers tonight, 19 points total. I mean, he's shooting the ball from where the girls' volleyball team spikes it at midcourt in their games. Phenomenal range, and yeah, you're going to call Braden Luft for that. The ticky-tack ones you were calling on Norristown early on in the game, you knew that was going to be evened out at some point. Right there it was. Second foul for the Bears. 3 more, and Norristown's in the bonus. Folks, 8-point lead here. 6.5 left in the game. Schreiner keeping an eye on Tuggle, kind of shading his way. Now he's Priet's responsibility. Good talk by Priet to make sure Fry knows he's coming. Good communication there by Boyertown. Shot goes up. Oh, you know, and if they got that rebound, what a defensive possession that would have been for Boyertown. The communication they showed right there, knowing where the shooter was very good. Just could not come away with the rebound, and now a second chance opportunity for Norristown, which is not good, especially when you give that up. But he missed, and Kern comes down with the rebound. Schreiner has it. And threw a little mini alley-oop to Blaze Fry. But now Norristown comes the other way, and you miss shots like that in transition, Norristown makes you pay. Priet now, a little pull-up jump shot, hits it. Big shot there. Not sure if Coach Miller wanted that to be taken at that point. But Priet comes up clutch. Tuggle again from wherever. No good. Kern. Oh, you don't want to save it there. Williams gets the rebound. Puts it in. Right man, right time. We were always taught you just go out of bounds with the ball there. Let your defense reset. Priet gets it. Luckily, Kern has it. He'll go all the way, and he makes it. Good job by Kern, his first bucket of the fourth quarter, but now Norristown's off and running. You got to hope that they miss some shots here. Tuggle puts it up. Now, and the foul there. You needed that if you were Boyertown. You needed that foul to stop the action here a little bit. Norristown has the momentum. I mean, really, do they, though? Boyertown here has stuck this 8-point lead. They were only up 3 coming into the quarter. They've run some nice sets, hit some shots. But it just kind of feels like Norristown has the momentum, right? Maybe because they're the ones that are kind of dictating pace of play right now. That middle is wide open if they can get it there, and they do. Rath stops, though, allows Norristown to kind of recheck into their defense, and there's a couple people on Rath here. Good ball fake to get the ball to Fry. Luft fires up a three-pointer, and whoa, why not Braden Luft? Three-pointer, huge from the corner, 11-point lead for Boyertown. Brady turns and fires, and a rebound from Kern, and all of a sudden, Boyertown's in control. Kern brings it up, nifty move here. He's going. Misses. I don't think Coach Miller wants them to be doing that at that speed right now because Williams is going to come back down. Good hands by the Boyertown defense. Tuggle has it. This is going up. No good. Rebound by Rath. Slow this down. Strong with the ball. Be methodical. Lay up or nothing here has got to be what's coming out of Coach Miller and his staff's mouth here. Come back to the ball. Stay spaced. Boyertown looks like they're not in a set right now, just kind of playing 5 out. Luft is going to take a three-pointer, and he just made another one off the rim. No good. He's got to get back on D. They got Williams running out. Rudd gives it up to Johnson. Long three-pointer. It's good. Man, did Norristown need that, and they're taking a timeout. Well, I mean, take a breath here, folks, because I feel like I haven't in the last 3 or 4 minutes of game action here. We came into the quarter with Boyertown just kind of gasping for life. And all of a sudden, Boyertown has looked crisp. They've made shots. They've been moving. They've played, they've had a couple of defensive possessions right now that have been their best of the season, in my opinion, with their movement and their communication. And now the lead is back up to 8, and yet Norristown still hanging around, always in the Boyertown's back pocket, it seems like, just can't put them away. And in these 3 minutes and 24 seconds, you are either going to see Norristown put some serious pressure on the Bears and the Bears give it away, or what you want to see if you're Boyertown is you want to see Norristown put this pressure on Boyertown. You want to see Boyertown make good cuts, come back to the ball, be strong with it, handle the pressure, accept the bumps and the pressure and the physicality, accept it, take it, play through it. And every time Norristown misses a shot or makes a miscue, Boyertown's got to capitalize, and that's what you want to see right now. And if Coach Miller can kind of guide his squad to that direction, what a big win this would be for this young team who gave them a fighting chance to win this game coming in. But to be in this position says a lot about this group, a lot about Coach Miller and his staff. Good job by Luft to get it to Preet. Now he has it. And here's Kern with the ball. He's the guy you want with it. Do not stand. If you do not have the ball, that cut has got to be backdoor and get out and let that next guy come. Kern now. Big cut. Right-handed layup. No good. And here comes Norristown. They did not need that because Chase Williams gives it up to Tuggle. Josh Johnson fires a three-pointer. If that goes, it's trouble. It does. And here's that pressure. Boyertown doesn't handle it. Scott gives it up. But good job by Rath. Can he get it? Good job by Rath. Woo! And Coach Miller calls a timeout. Wow. Oh. Trey Kern. This is a 5-point play there that was. And Trey Kern, a lefty, has that. He's made that shot 9,000 times in his life, in his driveway, in practice, and in games too, I'm sure, and just could not get that right-handed contested layup to fall. Did everything they should have there. He's had that cut 20 times tonight, going from the high elbow to the low block. Could not get it to go. And Norristown, they like get rebounds and are shot out of a rocket. Got down the floor, made the three, had a chance for a steal. Luckily, Cooper Rath, right place, right time. Coach Miller has one timeout left now that he used it. And Blaze Fry now has it for the Bears. They're going to task Fry with coming up against Tyson Tuggle. Bears getting into their set, makes the pass to Luft. Cooper Rath goes up for a left-handed layup, rewarding Cooper Rath and the Bears for doing things right on that possession. Not sure if that was all ball or not. But in any case, 2 big foul shots here for Cooper Rath and the Bears. Big-time first half for Cooper Rath, was quiet in the third quarter. Misses the first. Big shot here. You want every single point you can get. 6-point lead seems infinitely bigger than a 5-point lead right now at this point. And he gets it. Tuggle. The long distance specialist there may do. He thought, man, I thought he was. Johnson puts it up. No good. Rebound by Preet off of his hand. Thought he had it. Norristown gets set. Looks like they're going to play that 2-3 out of bounds. Norristown has still been able to get some things going into the middle of the floor there. Cooper Rath comes out, maybe in foul trouble. Rath right there. If that's the case, good decision. He might go back in on offense. Eddie has it. We're going back to the corner. Here's Johnson. Puts it up. No good. It's got to be a rebound. Kern gets it. Big rebound. Priet has it. Oh, wow. No call there. Copeland's going to keep it. Good decision. 1:50 left. Boyertown's got to come back to the ball. They have to cut. They can't stand. Move, Keyshawn. There we go. Norristown's looking for a steal. Be strong with the ball. Kern has it. Puts it in. Luft. Copeland's going to go up with it, and he gets fouled. And he's going to the line. Norristown really not too upset about that, though. Gives them a chance to trade possibly a point for a three-pointer. Possibly a 2 for a three-pointer here. 2 big foul shots for Copeland. Misses the first. This foul shots at this point, ladies and gentlemen, are much different than a foul shot in the first half, aren't they? You got that pit in your stomach. You know it's a big foul shot. You're tired. But Copeland comes through on the second. 7-point lead for Boyertown, 1 minute and 30 left and ticking. Boyertown in their zone, trying to extend a little bit, especially on Tuggle, but he's going to take the shot, and my God, if he makes that. Big rebound, though. Can Boyertown grab it? Kern wants it. Jump ball. God, first one of those we've had today. And it's going to be Boyertown ball, and they've got to get their their offensive press break set, because you know it's coming. Priet's going to inbound. There's Luft, but no. Priet somehow luckily gets the ball off the hit. Copeland has it, gives it up to Luft, and they're across half court. We got 1 minute and 10 left. Fry gives it up to Kern for the layup. 9-point lead, minute left. Tuggle. Tyson Tuggle. Jeez. What a game from Tyson Tuggle today for Norristown. 14 points in the first half. 7 here in the second. And while 21 points might sound like, that's a ho-hum game in nowadays, basketball nowadays, what he has been able to do tonight defensively with the ball, the shots he's made at the times he's made them have just been unbelievable. Big shot after big shot, big play after big play from Tyson Tuggle. On the other end, Trey Kern, huge layup, and Blaze Fry. I was just about to scream that he should just take that shot in there, but makes the extra pass. Kern alertly takes it and puts it up. What a game we're seeing here. What a game for these young Bears who are being thrown into the fire here early in the season. And you need it, and your development as a program, as a team, as a young team, you need games like this where you have to withstand pressure like this. I'm reminded back, as we brag a little bit, reminded back to 2001 when my team beat Reading High here. Same type of game. We had a lead most of the game. Reading High just kind of stayed in there and then put the pressure on us, and we had to hold on for dear life, and we did. I think that was only the second time Boyertown's ever beaten Reading, and of course when Boyertown made the move to the PAC, that rivalry, well, can you call it a rivalry? Those games kind of ended. Fry gives it up to Luft. Right back to Fry. Good decision. Fry gives it back up to Priet, to Copeland here. Time ticking away. Norristown looking to foul, and they do. And that'll send Copeland to the line. Once again, it's just the absence of a 1-and-1 foul shot. I don't know. In the articles I read, I don't know if I read anybody from PIAA giving a reason other than, why not? Why not try it? But great news for Boyertown anyway, that Copeland gets 2 shots at this, makes the first anyway. Couple of big foul shots by Keyshawn Copeland here, and he has one more coming. Eight-point lead for Boyertown, 45.4 left. Another big shot by Keyshawn Copeland. Good job by Copeland. You know Tuggle's the intended target here. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's off Norristown's foot. Boyertown's got it. You can kind of sense the crowd. The crowd has not been into this game until 33 seconds left in the fourth. Again, because you just kind of felt Norristown had it in them. Copeland hounded by Tuggle. And Kern is going to get bailed out by Madden Brady, who went a little too hard for that ball. Back to the crowd. You can sense the crowd is getting into it now and cheering a little bit. And I'm telling you, you haven't heard much out of them besides the cursory cheering when good things happen. Because, again, you just kind of felt Norristown had a run in them, and they did. They had about a 20-point run in them, but Boyertown had played so well in the first and second quarters that they were able to take that run, withstand it, and then go on a run of their own as Kern is trying to put the finishing touches here on a signature win for Coach Miller and this team early in the season. Trey Kern again. Tuggle walks it up. 22 seconds left. He'll fire. Oh, my God, Tyson Tuggle. I can't. Aside from having a really awesome name, the kid has played his butt off today and kept Norristown in this thing. 24 for Tuggle right now. Just kind of gets the ball and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna shoot." And he's just keeping Norristown in this game. 68-60, 18 seconds left. Looking at timeout situation now, Boyertown has one left, Norristown has two. You know, if Norristown score, you would think there's not enough time here. Oh, God, I'm going to jinx it. But, yeah, if Norristown scores a bucket, calls a timeout, scores another bucket, calls a timeout, you know, what are you going to have? 12, 13 seconds left, and then there's no timeouts left. You can take your time at that point when it comes to inbounding the ball, and the clock's going to run. Copeland now has it. Time, again, ticking away. Time is their friend. Good job by Priet to get open. He brings it up, and, the foul's going on Luft. Luft is going to the line. 10.8 left. Why does nobody feel comfortable yet in this gym? Why have we not started clapping yet? This is even Coach Miller's laughing about this. He's over there just talking to his coaches. I think he's probably feeling the same thing here. Like, man, when is it going to feel like we can relax and breathe a little bit? Braden Luft here, huge three-pointer in this quarter. Goes to the line for two, makes the first. One more coming for Luft. Trying to make this a double-digit game. Does not, but gets the rebound, and that should do it. And that should do it, folks. And we're calling an intentional foul. We're calling an intentional foul, a T on Matthew Leary. And, folks, I'm going to tell you right now that's going to do it. Boyertown is going to come away with a win over Norristown. Big victory here. And I'll tell you, Leary did grab his arm. I don't know. Do you make that call there in that moment? I don't know. Luft makes the first. He'll get another shot, and then Boyertown will get the ball back. They're up by 10. Make it 11. Sorry, I forgot. We have to shoot the technical now. They're just going to smartly keep Luft on the line there. Good call by Coach Miller and his staff. He just made two in a row, keep them there. So Luft's shot is 2 for being fouled and being in the bonus. Now he's shooting 2 for the technical, and then Boyertown's going to get the ball back. Good job by Braden Luft, 4 for 4 from the line. They're up 13 with 8 seconds left, and now you can start celebrating a little bit. What a job by Coach Miller and the Bears, as Trey Kern is going to lose the ball here, but who cares at this point? Shot goes up, and you're going to count it from Josh Johnson, but it does not matter as the Boyertown Bears get their first win of the season in emphatic fashion, 73-62 over perennial playoff contender Norristown. Wow. Night and day from what we saw last week with the boys playing Penn Ridge. Just night and day. And you're looking at the positives here. We've said them throughout the game. Coach Miller and his staff obviously have worked these last couple of practices on offensive movement and spacing and where do we want to score from and rotations and who are the guys on the floor that we want to have out in certain times. And tonight there was better movement, there were better cuts, screens being set, movement on the offensive end that just kept Norristown on their heels a little bit where they couldn't get into a defensive rhythm. And that's the thing for Norristown, being in a defensive rhythm where you can get into passing lanes and make steals and do what they did in the second half, which is run the ball up and down the floor at breakneck speed. And Boyertown did not allow them to do that in the first half. They made shots, took a 19-point lead. And then in the third period, end of the second quarter, into the third quarter, they did have to hang on for dear life because Norristown came back. I believe took the lead once or twice in the third. And the comment was made during a break in the action that Norristown was going to start throwing the kitchen sink at the Bears, and were they going to handle the pressure and accept it and play through it, or were they going to give it away? And they handled it. They handled it with aplomb. Word of the week there, ladies and gentlemen. 73-62 win for the Bears, adding up some totals here. Trey Kern, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26 points unofficially for Trey Kern. What a game from him, just dominated inside offensively. Norristown had no answers. Braden Luft, all his points in the fourth quarter, give him 8. Cooper Rath, some big shots in the first half, scored 11. Joey Priet, 5. Joey Schreiner with 5. Kiara Coleman with 3. Blaze Fry, 10 points. Blaze Fry, unsung hero of tonight's game, came in early in the game, played well enough to earn some minutes in the second, third, and fourth quarter, and what big plays did he make throughout the course of this game. Hustle plays, shots, getting to the bucket, good passes. Solid game from Blaze Fry. Keyshawn Copeland rounds out the scoring with 4 for your Boyertown Bears. For the Norristown Eagles, it was the Tyson Tuggle show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-pointers. And he had 24 points total. Big shots at big moments for that young man for Norristown tonight. Josh Johnson finishes with 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, 13. Madden Brady scores 1 field goal and then has a couple of foul shots in there. He finishes with 6. Ishmael Eddy has 5. Matthew Leary has 1. Eric Rudd made a 3-pointer in the first quarter and was effectively held without some good looks the rest of the game. He finishes with just 3. And Chase Williams, bunch of hustle plays in the second half. He finishes with 10. And that rounds out your scoring for Norristown. Folks, if you stayed with us the whole game, thank you for hanging with us. If you tuned in at the end, you saw a great finish to a really nice win for this Boyertown boys basketball team. After the first couple of weeks, you might have thought to yourself, what's the prognosis for this team going to be? But right now, celebrate this and get to work tomorrow, because now the expectations are a little bit higher for this Boyertown boys basketball, Boyertown's gymnasium. Folks, thank you for joining us. This was John Kalady bringing all the action. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a co-host some point. I don't know. We'll see. But, folks, we should be back with you later on this week. Somebody should be with you on Thursday with the girls playing O and J. And if we can, if we can't make that work, because you know life happens, Saturday, looks like the boys are back here against Fleetwood at night on Saturday night. So, folks, once again, thank you for joining us here. This is John Kaleda signing off, folks, from Boyertown's Gymnasium and Boyertown Athletics YouTube channel. Have a great night, folks. We'll see you next time.